Welcome back to part 2 of our JavaScript series. We are going to be continuing our JavaScript tutorial series. So I'm actually going to be starting by getting a editor, which is pretty simple. I will get this Visual Studio Code. Because this is what I usually code on. It's much more easier to code on rather than just going to download Visual Studio Code, Microsoft. That's just gonna be awful to download. So you just download. If you're on a Mac, just download. Just click that one, and if you're on Windows, just click that one. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for where you can download this. So after you've downloaded it, so you actually get to this screen. So if I just delete this file, you will open up with this file. So what you want to do here is actually click this button, new folder, and then what you will come up with is your folders. So you want to create a new folder and then select it, and then you'll come with this one. I name it tutorial vids just because I make videos of tutorial series. So now that we are set it up and ready to go, we can start by making a index.html file that I made. Index.html. Well, you might say we're not here to do an HTML series, but it's actually kind of important, because if I don't teach you HTML, how will you even know how to program JavaScript? Because if you don't know HTML, you can't just make a new file like main.js and then just open a live server, something like a browser page. It won't work. It won't just show it up. So yeah, you wanna also learn HTML. I'm actually gonna be starting by using this basicness. We don't need this file right now, actually. So I'm actually just gonna delete this because we don't need this right now. When we just go into bigger steps, we will need this. So this is a title. Let's just give you a brief explanation what this is. This is a HTML file. This is where your screen appears. This thing makes your screen appear. This is your document. And then this thing is just some stuff I also need to learn, but it's not that important. You don't have to program on that. This thing actually says the height of your screen and width of your screen. And this is just a title, which you're just going to name it part 2. For some reason, we just did that. And then to program in JavaScript, actually have to write script here and then make the same thing, and then you get to this thing. Now whatever we were in between this, it is gonna be in JavaScript. So if I just write console.log and write hello, that is gonna work. One more thing you need to do before we can start to run this code is download an extension called Live Server. Go ahead and search up Live Server and then just install it here, and then you go back to your Explorer, and then you can right click on your index.html file and then open with Live Server. That will open you on Live Server. Okay, so so now we have this page here. This is where we can if we just go to, well, I'm not gonna use Safari. I'm just gonna use Google Chrome, like that, and then I'm just gonna click that. That is gonna open here. So now I can click inspect, And now we got hello. It works. So now that we know that works, we can start programming. So where were we in the last video? We were with normal variables like let name or var name, same thing. We'll just name it Ryan. And yeah, that would just do nothing. And if I just log that out, wait, that would just log out Ryan, as you guys see. So what we want here is another type of variable. Instead of doing let, we're gonna do const. So as you might just get from an idea from const is a constant variable. Now what's a constant variable? A constant variable is like where you cannot change anything. For example, if it's Ryan, I cannot say name is equals to Jack or something. That would just give me an error because you cannot assign another, like you cannot change another a constant variable to another variable, because like, to another thing. So if I did that Ryan, it can't change to Jack. In order to change that, I would just change it back to letter var. And now as you guys see, wait a second. Oh, that's not working. Oh, yeah, I didn't log it. That's why I forgot. Wait. Now, as you guys know, if you log it, wait, what am I doing? Console. What is that? Console dot log. Now, if you just log name, it should give me Jack. As you guys see, that works. But constant variables are actually good in some ways. So if I just say const, let's say, let's just keep a const name, because no one's name is gonna change. So now this code will actually indicate to you if you're wrong. Okay, now that's done with. You've completed the basic types of variables. And now we can actually do another thing here. Another thing we're gonna do in this video is gonna be if statements. If statements. Now these are actually really easy. So I can just use my constant variable for that. And I say if, and then put brackets, and then if name is equals to Ryan. Now you have to make sure you spell it right, otherwise it won't work. And then add squiggly brackets, and then console dot log name. Wait, no, we're gonna let works. So you might be saying, why do we have an equals? Well, only one equal means to assign a thing. Two equals means if a thing is specifically equal to another thing. So it has Ryan. And equals mean if the thing is Ryan and the thing is a string. So that if I just say Ryan here, like as a number here, like 1, no, actually, no. If I say this 1 and this 1 like that, that would not print anything because it is not equals to that. Now, as you see, I removed the third equal, and it works because console.log works because it's not looking for the type of number we put it here, a type of thing we put it. It's not a book. We didn't put a like specific thing to like check if it's a string or a number. It just said 1. It got 1 and it console.logged 1. Another thing is else. Else means we can just say else console.log doesn't work. Is my spelling right? Oh gosh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, now this is like that. Now if I set this to an equals, it should say doesn't work. It does say that because it's not equals to that. Okay, there's another thing called else if. So it's like another if statement, but like if it's this statement's not true, we'll go to the next one. And then if this is true, it will just log that out. So let's just do an example real quick. Else if console. So that won't work because you have to write another statement. Else if name equals 1. You can just do the same thing. Console.log console.log, and then you can say is a num, and we're gonna say here is a string. That's a short form for string. Okay, so it says it is a number, but if you put speech marks around it, it's gonna say it is a string. So it's really easy to use if statements. It's also really useful. So like say if in a snake game you want to see if the position of the snake is relative to the position of the food, you're just gonna write snake and then write the stuff you want to, and then write the snake the food position, and then just do whatever you want. So that's how if statement works. So I think that's it for the video because it's nothing really else to do in this part. Well, I can tell you a super nice thing. It's actually quite nice. It can also log that, but there's another thing. You can just say document.write. So what this does is it actually writes on the documents on the screen. You see. So document.write, it is a string. Oops. Yep. There. Okay, there you go. Now it actually wrote it is a string. It's a pretty cool feature. You can like score like how much you snake in. If you're making a snake game, you can write how much the score is. Yep. So that actually is kind of a useful feature. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I know this video is really short. I don't even know how much time it took, but I know it's not more than 10 minutes. Every bit of information.
Emotional, damn it!
A really good start on programming. Like I started off by just learning console.log, and then working my way up to if statements, while loops, and HTML canvas. And I am so excited. After we're done with the series, actually, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a game with HTML canvas. It's gonna be really nice. So hopefully you guys like this video. Please subscribe and like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.